Welcome to this Pilates practice. My name's Debbie and I'm going to be taking you through the practice today. This is what I call small space practice. I'm working from a hotel. I'm in the lovely Tenerife. So yeah, we're going to do a tiny little small space practice today. Obviously I've not got a lot of width here, so I'm going to take you into a small space sequence. If you've not done Pilates before and it's your first time here with me, as I said, my name's Debbie. Pilates works through breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Every breath in you pull in your core, every breath out you pull the core tighter. The idea is to take our strength around our core area, which will help support our spine and our body. I always start by laying down, so we're going to take ourselves to our mat. You can come down from your side and lay on your back, or you can come down with me from a seated position. So when we're seated position, we're sitting tall, we've got our feet hip width apart, and we're coming down in what is known as a C curve. We don't just drop back, we C curve down and we protect our spine. And if you get to this point, which is maybe here, where you can't hold yourself with your core anymore, take behind the back of your legs and lower yourself down with your legs. Now, when we come down here, you might not be able to see me because I am really squashed for space. I'm pushing myself far and that way back, but we are laying down, we're laying long. We're going to be doing a stretch to start with. So before, if you're in a small space, take your feet mat width apart and lock your knees in together. You can still do the stretch from here. So if you haven't already come down, come in with me by sitting nice and tall. We have our feet firmly on the floor beneath us, got our arms out in front. We take a breath in, we pull in our core, and as you breathe out, you start to roll down one vertebrae at a time, bringing yourself down slowly, curving down all the way to the floor until we get down to the mat. So as I said, small space people, feet mat width apart, knees locked in. You're going to take our full stretch here now. If you've got space and you want to take your legs long, which I haven't right here, take your legs long, you take your arms out, you'll point your toes, you point your fingers, and you stretch away, using your core and your breathing to do so. If you've got your feet with me, you're breathing in, you're pulling in your core, and as you breathe out, you pull your core tighter, your back goes into the mat beneath you, you start to squeeze your legs, you squeeze your whole thing, you squeeze your glutes, squeeze the core, push your arms away and stretch here. And you really stretch, stretching away, and then release back down. Breathing in, pulling in your core. And as you breathe out again, you squeeze your leg, you squeeze, squeeze, push away, squeeze, push in, push in, push in, and then release back down. Amazing. Before we go into our relaxation and find out, what our body's feeling today, let's just give our legs a little rock from side to side. If you've got your legs long, bring them up now, just so that you can window wipe them across, wakening up the bottom of the spine here as you do. And then the mid-spine will start to twist with it as your legs drop a little bit further. And then coming back to center, legs long or legs knocked in together. Let's lift our shoulders up, drop them down. Lifting the shoulders up, dropping them back down. Just crossing the arms, just crossing the arms now, just waking up the shoulders here. So the arms are in the air and they're just doing little crisscrosses, waking them. And then bringing the arms down. Let's move our head from side to side, freeing up the neck. Do so. Gently from side to side. Coming back to center, taking a breath in. We've got breath control, core control here. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as we breathe out, we pull the core tighter and we lift just our head. Just the head, nothing else. Chin to chest. Lengthening out the neck. Holding it there. Hold that core tight. Breathe in, pull it tighter. And as you breathe out, holding that core, you bring your neck and your head back down and release it. Okay, turn the palms upwards. Let's start to bring some energy into our practice. So starting to become restful, and we're going to start to check in with our bodies. So resting your feet. I'm going to sneeze, guys. Just start resting. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. Oh dear. Okay, apologies for that. So I hope you're still palms up, restful. Relaxing your legs, bottom of your legs, tops of your legs, relaxing them both. And now just do a little scan of your legs. Any areas there today that you need to be mindful of about the practice. Then start to rest our torso, so the glutes, the pelvis, the lower core, the mid-core, the stomach, the upper core and the chest. Let your whole torso rest down, elongating and lengthening the spine as you do so. And then check for any areas of tension, ask them to soften. And then your arms, your hands, your wrists, the upper arms and the lower arms. Both arms restful. Again, a quick scan for any areas that might be tense, areas that you need to focus on perhaps. And then dropping those shoulders, let them rest. Your neck, areas here where we really hold a lot of tension, letting everything go, being mindful of any areas here. It might be tense, it might be uncomfortable, it might be pain there. Just ask it to soften down. And then the head, your facial muscles, your lips, your cheekbones, your eyes, your forehead. Everything's soft. And then from the top of the head, let everything go. Take a big deep breath in through the nose. Release through the mouth. Let your body melt into the mat. Breathing into the tummy. Out restful breath. Rising and falling of the tummy as it rises and falls with your in-breath and then falls with the out-breath. Slowing the breath and relaxing. Scan your body from the tips of the toes, up over the legs, your torso. How are they feeling, the legs and the torso? You're feeling good? The little twiggles there, twinges that you might need to focus on throughout the practice, be mindful of those. And then your arms, your shoulders and your head. Scan the body. Staying here for a few more moments, checking in with everything today. Bringing yourself here and now to this practice, leaving the day behind, or if you're just beginning the day as I am, preparing ourselves for the day ahead. And start to waking yourself up. Waking the body up, wriggling the fingers, maybe lifting the feet up or wriggling the toes if you've got your legs long. And then start to move your wrists. Bringing the feet so that they're hip width apart. Keep moving those wrists one way and then the other. We're going to be using our arms today now. Wrists will get a lot of use, so let's just make sure that they're supple and ready for the practice. And then let's take our legs over to one side. So breathing in, pulling in your core. And as you breathe out, drop those legs over to the left-hand side if you have space. Going restful in there, just resting. Little spinal twist. Breathe into any tense areas, ask them to soften down. Breathing in, pulling in your core, and at the same time bringing your legs to center. Reaching center, you breathe out but you hold the core tight. breathe in, pull the core tighter. And as you breathe out, holding that core, you drop the legs over to the right hand side. I've just got about enough space for me to do this. If you're really squashed and you're moving your legs, they're touching a wall or something, just leave them resting against the wall, still getting a little twist. Breathe into those tense areas. It might be the legs, it might be the spine, you might find tension in the glutes, even the upper part of the body might be feeling tense. Ask it to soften. And then on your next in-breath, pulling in your core, at the same time we bring our legs to center. Amazing, well done. Okay, keeping that core tight, don't let it go. Breathe in, pulling the core tighter. And as we breathe out, bring our right leg up and squeeze that leg in towards you. Squeezing the leg in, squeeze it tight. And then pushing it out, pushing the leg up long so the foot is facing the ceiling. Holding it up there, stretch that leg away. Really push that foot towards the ceiling, holding your core tight. Push, push, push. And then bring that leg back down. Breathing in, putting in the core tighter. And as you breathe out, hold that core tight. Bringing in your left leg, squeezing it towards you. Really squeezing in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Release your leg upwards. Flat of the foot. So we've got the, as if you're standing on the ceiling, we've got a nice flexed foot, and push. Push up, push in from the bottom of the thigh, as if you're pushing up really. The right leg is soft, but you're working that left leg. You're pushing it up, you're stretching it. And then you're bringing that leg back down. Let's take the right leg back up. Again, we push it to the ceiling. This time we're going to push into our left leg to raise ourselves just gently off. So taking your hands down by your sides for support, breathing in, pulling in that core. And as you breathe out, hold the core tight and push it into the floor with your left leg and pushing, still squeezing that right leg, pushing up and coming back down. Breathing in, keep that core tight. Breathing out, pushing up, coming back down. Roll the spine down, don't just push it down. So it's like as if we're doing our bridge pose, pushing it up into the leg, using the bottom part of the spine, breathing in there, and as you breathe out, you roll the spine down, so the mid-spine and then the lower spine, bringing the right leg back down. Taking the left leg up now. Again, we're squeezing that to the ceiling, we're flexing our foot, we're breathing in, we're putting in our core. And as we breathe out, push into that right foot, lifting the left leg up, squeeze, try not to push too much into the arms, we're using our core to bring ourselves up. And then rolling down onto the spine, core pulled in, breathing in, pull it tighter. And as we breathe out, we're pushing upwards, pushing up. As I say, try and take the hands away if you can, using your core and your leg. Just hands there as support to stop you rolling around, and then bringing yourselves back down. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And for the last time, let's push ourselves up. Push, 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 push. Keep that core tight. And then rolling down with the spine all the way down, bringing the left leg back down. Bringing both legs up now. If you can't use your core to bring them up, pulling behind the thighs to hold them as you bring them in. Breathing in, pull that core tight. And as you breathe out, squeeze the legs in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Amazing. Now we're just going to roll like a ball. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that here. Hopefully we are. But if your space is really tight, just bring yourselves onto your right and push yourself up to a seated position. But if you've got space, to just do a little roll. As you can see, I've not got much space, and I am hitting the bed. Oops, and then to stop there, because I can't. Normally you would stop, if you could, you would stop here and you would just hold yourself. So I've moved myself back now because I was rolling into the bed. But you'd stop round about here, and just holding behind the front of the legs now. So if you take a seated position, squeeze yourself here. Elongate, lengthen that spine, and then bring your feet back down. Okay, so we're going to come round onto all fours, and we're going to start our sequence. So our body should be a little bit awake. Just put an elastic into my hair. Holiday hair already. I've been here 2 days. This is day 3 actually. But, day 1 was the arrival day, getting here at lunchtime. But yeah, hair's gone all crazy. So bringing yourself onto all fours so that our toes are touching the top of the mat. So our toes are on the edge of the mat, and then we've got the space in front from when we come down. So we're onto our all fours. We're going to breathe in, pulling in that core. Breathe out, release down, curve that spine, and come into a little cat-cow. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, you roll the spine the opposite way, and you're pushing upwards. So you can roll with me, rolling the spine. Or you can do the normal cat-cow where people just work from there. But I like to roll my spine. And then come in there, curling your toes under, walking your fingertips towards your toes, pushing your knees off the floor, walking your fingertips closer to your feet, pushing up so that your feet are nicely flat on the floor. Just bending, little stretch here. I can feel it today down my legs. I've done a long walk yesterday. So we're stretching our legs, just rocking your legs, coming forwards, keeping the core tight. Using the fingertips. If you can't use your fingertips, you take them from your thighs or your calves, wherever's good for you, to move your body back and forwards. And then just gently from side to side, just releasing out. And then bending the knees, taking your hands to your hips and rolling yourself all the way up, standing. Okay, amazing. We're going to do a couple of little Pilates roll up, roll downs. So we'll start those and then we'll do our sequence. So roll the shoulders back and down, standing nice and tall. Chin in line, nice and tall there. Breathing in, pulling in that core. And as you breathe out, you take your chin to your chest. You allow the head to start dropping. And then the shoulders come forward. Hands go to the front of your legs. And you roll yourself down gently all the way to the floor. Keep pulling in the core. Get to your point of tension, hang there, breathing in. And as you breathe out, you take the hands to the front of your calves. You start to roll up one vertebra at a time, the lower, the mid and the upper spine. And then when you reach the top, back comes up, the top of the spine, shoulders go back and down, the neck, and then the head lifts. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out, chin to chest. Holding that core tight as you roll down. The upper spine comes down, the shoulders move, hands to the front of the legs. And you've got your mid-spine coming down and then your lower spine. Go to your point of comfort. This time hold it there for a moment. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out. Breathing in, pulling in the core again. And this time as you breathe out, you roll yourselves up one vertebrae at a time. All the way up. Shoulders back and down. Neck and then head. Let's take a turn to the left. Let's bend to the right. Coming back, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, chin to chest. Shoulders coming down, hands to the front of your legs, bringing yourself all the way down to the floor. Bending your knees if you need to. Walking your hands forward now. Coming down, got our knees down. We're just going to take a little tricep bend. So just down and up. So we're not taking the arms out, we're dropping down. If that's too much for you to come forward, just try bending down there and that. turning your toes under, walking your fingertips back to your knees, pushing yourself up, feet flat on the floor, bringing yourself to your roll up, rolling up one vertebrae all the way to the top. Shoulders, neck and head standing tall. Let's do that. Twist, bend to the left, bend to the right, bend to the left a second time, bend to the left again, coming back to centre, breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out you start to roll down all the way to the floor, bringing yourselves down, starting to walk your hands forward, bending your knees if you need be, coming down onto all fours here. Let's do our tricep push up. We're going to do one, we're going to do two, we kind of come up, we're going to thread the needle, so if you've got room to lift your right arm up and then bring it down. If you haven't got arms, just room to bring it up, then just come under. So that's the left side. If you've got room, you can take your arm up, curling your toes under, walking your fingertips back to your knees, pushing yourself up, and then rolling yourself up all the way to the top. Shoulders, neck and head. Let's do our bends. So sides of stretch, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to centre, taking the arms out, one arm up, clench those fists, left arm up, hands down, roll those shoulders, chin to chest, rolling down, going all the way down to the floor, bending your knees if you need to, keeping the core pulled in, walking your fingertips forward, coming down onto all fours. Let's do our tricep push-ups. So we've got 1, we've got 2. Let's thread the needle. So right arm up, right arm goes under. 1. Let's do 2 now. And 2. Coming back with one on the left hand side. Going up and under. 1. Breathing in, pulling in the core, breathing out. As you roll under, bringing yourself back to your tabletop position, curling your toes under, walking your fingertips back to your knees, knees off the ground, fingertips further back, pushing the feet down, hanging there like a rag doll, breathing in, and as you breathe out, you roll yourself all the way up, keep going all the way, shoulders, neck and head. Okay, let's do our sides. 1 side, 2 sides, 3 and 4. Coming back to centre, taking the arms out, clenching the fists, right arm up, left arm up, keeping that core tight, right arm, left arm. Bringing the arms down, shoulders back and down, breathing in, keep that core tight, breathing out, chin to chest, it's like rolling ourselves down, all the way to the floor, coming down, working our fingertips out, coming down onto all fours. Let's do our tricep push-ups. You can take your hands further away now if you wish. I don't know if you can do it there, yeah, maybe. Let's just keep them here, I think, for the moment. Pushing ourselves forward. 1, 2. Let's do our thread the needle. 1. Breathing in as you lift, breathing out as you curl under. 2. Come back onto the other side, left arm up, breathing out as you push it under, all the time holding the core, breathing in, breathing out, coming back to centre. We're going to go for Superman, so let's just take our right arm out and bringing it down, left arm out and bringing it down, curling our toes under, fingertips to our knees, pushing ourselves up, fingertips to the toes, pushing the feet flat, hanging like a rag doll, breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, bring yourself all the way up to standing, shoulders, neck and head, side turns. 1, 2, work that side, 3 and 4. Coming back to centre, taking our arms out in front now. Breathing in, pulling in the core, fists nicely clenched. Right arm, left arm. Right arm, left arm. Bringing the hands down, shoulders back and down the back. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Chin to chest as you roll down, holding that core tight. Let's roll ourselves down all the way. Walking our fingertips forward, bringing our knees down. Let's do our triceps. As I say, if you can't do them from there, you can take them slightly away. And you can still be working the triceps there. So let's do our tricep stretches. So we've got 1, we've got 2. We're coming back here onto our tabletop. We've got our right arm up, breathing in. Hold the core tight. As you breathe out, you take the arm under. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming back to centre. Let's do that on the left. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming back to centre. Now we're going for a Superman. So we're taking our right arm out. Okay, you might be a little pushed. I'm a little push for space here. And then if you can, take your left leg back. So we're doing a full Superman. If you've got enough space there, you might be able to bend the knee if you haven't. And maybe you can just, yeah, there's not really a lot you can do with the front arm. You just have to, if you've got something there, you just have to push into it. So then bringing the leg back down, bringing the arm back down. Let's take that on the left. Superman out. You can just stay with the one arm if it's too much for the leg to come up. Taking the right leg out. With me, I'm going to bend it because I don't have the space. So I'm stretching out here, stretching, and then coming all the way back down. Curling our toes under, walking our fingertips back to our knees, pushing in to the mat, bringing our fingertips closer so our feet hanging down here like a rag doll. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, you roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Shoulders back and down, so we're adding on to this sequence each time. So let's do our side bends. So we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. Keeping that core pulled in, taking our arms out in front, squeeze the fists, breathing in, pulling in that core. As you breathe out, right arm goes up. Breathing in as you bring in the arms down. And then bring the arms down, shoulders back and down, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, chin to chest, you start to roll all the way down to the floor. Walking your hands forward, taking your feet down, taking your hands out for your tricep push-up, making yourself comfortable. You've got 1, 2. If you want, you can come up and you can do full triceps there. Whatever's good for you. Coming back here, let's thread the needle, bring the raise up and coming under. Bringing the arm up and breathing out as you take it under. Let's do 2 on the other side. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Coming back to all fours, we're going for our Superman. So if you have got small space and the arm doesn't reach, just take your arms back, your body back a little bit, breathing in, pulling in that core. As you breathe out, take our right arm out so we've got space. And then when we're bringing our left leg up, we're bringing it up bent because we haven't got space to stretch it out. But we're doing a Superman with a bent leg, holding it there. And then do a crunch, in and out, in and out. Okay, if you've got your leg down, you can still do a crunch with your arm coming down. Let's take that on the left hand side. Taking our left arm out, breathing in, holding that core tight, lifting the right leg up. Gosh, don't do the left leg, you'd be very unbalanced. Holding it there. So, as I say, if you've got small space, you've got your leg bent. Breathing in, pulling in the core. As you breathe out, do our crunches. 1 and 2. Taking the arm out, bringing our knees down, walking our fingertips back to our knees. Knees off the floor. Fingertips back towards our toes, feet flat down, Hang in there like a rag doll. Hang, keep the core tight. Take hold of opposite elbows and just give a little twist here. If that's good for you, if you want just hang, then just hang. Standing there, breathing in. Then as you breathe out, you start to roll yourself up all the way to the top, holding that core tight. Shoulders, neck, and then head. Okay, side bends. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, if you've got space, take your right arm up and then do a bigger stretch here on the left. And then coming back to center, left arm up, keeping the core tight, stretch over. And coming back to center, taking the arms out in front, squeeze those fists, breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, you raise that up. Hands down, breathing in, shoulders back and down. As you breathe out, you start to roll yourself down all the way to the floor, bending your knees when you need to, hands to the floor, walking yourself forward, coming down, or taking a full triceps push-ups, wherever you're good. So if you're going to do 2 there, gosh, hitting my head on the thing, bring your knees back down, come into your tabletop position, breathing in, lifting that right arm up, breathing out as you bring it under, breathing in, breathing out, coming back to center, left arm, breathing in, breathing out, hold the core tight, breathing in, breathing out, coming back to center. As I said, if you're with me and you've got very small space, bring yourself back if you want to do this Superman. So breathing in, lifting the left arm, right arm out in front of us, left leg up with bent, breathing in, and as you breathe out, you do your crunches. One more. Stretching out. And here, just bring the right hand down. If you've got the left leg up, let's do some kick-ups. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bringing that leg down. Let's take that on the other side. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Reaching out as you breathe out with your left arm. Bringing up the right leg if you're with me. Breathing in, pulling in that core. And as you breathe out, crunching your legs together. 1, 2, 3, and one more. 4. Now if you're, again, if you've got, bring your leg, if you've got it long, bring it up so that it is bent. We're going to do our kick-ups here, so you've got a nice flex foot, and you're pushing up for 1, 2, 3, 4. Bringing your knees back down into tabletop position, curling your toes under, walking your fingertips back to your knees, pushing the knees off the floor, fingertips back closer to your feet, pushing your feet so that they're flat, hanging like a rag doll. Hang here, take hold of opposite elbows and do your little twist. If you're happy to, you can stay still if you don't need to. Back to center, hands long, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you roll yourself all the way back up again. Keep going, holding that core tight to the top, shoulders, neck, and head. Great, let's do our side stretches. So breathing in, holding the core tight, breathe out, you've got your left, right, left, and right. This time holding it down on the left hand side and bringing the right arm over. Nice stretch, feel that stretch. Stretch, back to center. Take it over onto the left, right, so you've got the left arm going over. Stretch here. Back to center. Taking our arms out in front, clenching those fists, pulling that core. Breathing in and breathing out. Your core tight as you do so. 2 more. Bringing the hands down, shoulders back and down, breathing in, pull that core tighter, breathing out as you roll yourself all the way down to the floor. Keep coming down, guys. Fingertips to the floor, coming long. So wherever you want to be for your tricep push-up, you want to do 4 ones or you want to do it from the knees. I'm just doing 2 here. And then you're coming down onto all fours. Let's thread the needle, breathing in. Lifting your right arm up, and as you breathe out, you take it under. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to do 4 this time. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. This time hold it here, bring your arm down, and then if you can, take your left arm round so you're holding onto the thigh, or you can push into the corner of your mat, or you can keep your hand where it is. Just going to hold it here for a couple of moments, not too long. And then bringing the hand down, bringing yourself back to tabletop. Let's take that on the opposite side. So breathing in, breathing out. 4, 3, 2, last one. Breathing out. This time, staying there, taking your ear to the floor, taking your left arm over, right arm over, I should say, taking hold of the inner thigh if you can, or fingers to the corner of the mat or where they were. Bringing your hand back round, coming back for all fours. Let's do our Superman. So I'm going to shuffle myself back a bit, so I'm taking my right arm out, taking our left leg up, bent or straight, whatever space you have, breathing in and breathing out. Let's do our crunches. 4, 3, 2, holding the core tight, breathing out as you crunch together, holding your arm out. Let's do our kick up, so take the hand down now, the right hand, and let's do our 4 kick ups with our leg. 2, 3, 4, bringing that down. Let's take that on the left. We've got our left arm out, right leg up, bent at the knee if you need to be, breathing in, and as you breathe out, elbow to knee. And 4. Stretch away with the arm, bring it down, keeping the right leg up. Let's do our kick ups, flex the foot. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that down, curling our toes under, fingertips to knees, pushing our knees off the floor, fingertips to our toes, picking ourselves up, hanging here like a rag doll, holding opposite elbows if you wish, doing a little spin. Coming to centre, allow yourself to hang, breathing in, pull that core in, and as you breathe out, you raise yourself up slowly, slowly, all the way to the top, shoulders, neck and head. Okay, so that's our full sequence, so we're going to do it another time, and then we're going to go into a little bit of stretch and some relaxation. So shaking out ourselves, let's get ready for our final sequence here, breathing in, pulling in that core. Let's do our side stretches. So down to the left, to the right, left, right. We're doing 2 more here. Left, right, left, right. Holding it down now to the left hand side, taking your right arm up and bringing it over. Feel the stretch. And coming back to centre. Taking the right arm down, left leg over, stretch, feel that stretch. Coming back to centre, fists out, arms out, holding tight, keeping that core pulled in. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the hands down, shoulders back down, breathing in, pulling that core. And as you breathe out, chin to chest, let the head come down, shoulders come forward, start to roll down, so the upper, the mid and the lower spine coming down. Bend your knees when you need to, bringing yourself down all the way to the floor, walking our hands out in front, ready for our tricep push-ups. We're going to do 4. Everything's working on 4 now at the moment. So this is our final one in 4s. So go for 4, 3, keep breathing and hold the core tight, 2 and 1. And then coming back, knees down onto all 4s. We're going to thread our needle, so really bring it up for 4. Right arm up, breathing in, right arm out. Breathing in for 2. Last one, bringing the arm up, bringing the right arm under. As you breathe out, core tight. Knee, ear to floor. Taking the right arm over if you can, holding onto the left thigh, holding it there for just a moment. Then coming back up into your tabletop position. Let's take that on the left hand side. Left arm up, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, holding that core tight. Breathing out. Breathing in for 3. Breathing out. Breathing in for 3. Breathing out. This time we're holding it under, taking our ear to the floor, and we're bringing our hand round to meet the thigh, or you can take it to the corner of the mat or stay where it is, just holding it there just for a moment. Coming back round, pushing ourselves up onto all 4s. Let's do our Superman. Let's take our right arm out so that it's long, bringing up the left leg, either long or bent, holding it there, pulling in that core, breathing in, and as we breathe out, we go for 4, elbow to knee, 3, 2, you're breathing out as you bring the elbow and the knee together, 1, stretch away with the arm, pushing with the leg, just pushing, you're not pushing up with the leg at the moment, we're just pushing as if we're pushing our thigh out, and then bringing that right arm down. Let's do our kick-ups for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that down. Let's take that on the left-hand side. We've got our left arm out, nice and straight. Breathing, keeping that core tight. Breathe out, lifting up our right leg. So you've either got it long or you've got it bent. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, elbow to knee. For 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Holding it there, stretch away with that left arm, and with the right leg, you squeeze the thigh away, keeping it there, stretch, bringing the left hand down. Let's do our kick-ups for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing ourselves down, taking our knees wide, toes together, sitting back onto our heels. We're going to do child's pose. If it's better for you to have your knees together, then do so. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, you come down into child's pose, pulling away with your fingers, stretching across the top of your back, taking up onto your fingertips, and then releasing down. If you want to take your arms here, you might want to take them down by your side, or my favourite, just onto the lower back here. Natural weight of your arms pressing down, giving it a little bit of more opening, a little bit more pressure around your hips. If that's not good for you, just leave the arms where they're comfortable. And breathing here. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking our hands down, bringing ourselves round, bring ourselves all the way round. So we're now going to come down onto our backs. We're going to do a couple of stretches, and then we're going to do some relaxation. Okay, amazing, guys. Didn't feel my heart rate getting up too much there, but I did feel a nice little bit of stretch work. So for me, that's been quite nice. So yeah, it's always difficult in small spaces, but I appreciate that a lot of us do have that when we're doing it from home. So breathing in here, taking your arms out. You can obviously you can come down from your side onto your back if it's better for you, and come down preferably from the left if you have low blood pressure. So breathing in, pulling in that core, and as you breathe out, let's curve ourselves down. Don't forget, if you get to a point where you can't hold it with your core, take behind the backs of your thighs to bring yourself down. Doing it slow, guys, really slow. all the way to the floor, and then getting yourself comfortable. So we're going to take our right leg up and take it up to the ceiling as we did at the beginning, but this time we're going to bring it forward and we're going to stretch the leg out. Feel that stretch down the back of the leg, stretching away. Amazing. Taking over, crossing it over the top of the left leg, so we've got this sort of the ankle area onto the thigh of the left leg, bringing up the left leg and squeezing it towards you. Next, a bit of a stretch. You can take your leg up if you wish, entirely up to you. You can keep holding behind the back of the thigh, or you might want to take behind the calf if you can, but wherever's good for you, just to stretch. I need a lot of stretching today actually. Did a lot of walking yesterday, and then bringing that foot back down to the floor. Let's take up our left leg, leg up into the air, behind the calf, and just bring it forward. So you're breathing in, and as you breathe out, holding the core, you bring that legs towards you. So every breath in, you slightly release off, and every breath out, you pull the core a little bit tighter. Feel the stretch when you get to your point of comfort, just pulling it, holding the core, but breathing, stretching the leg, and then taking that left leg over the right, bringing the right leg up, holding behind the thigh, pushing with the elbow into the leg that's across, so your left leg pushing away with the elbow. If you want more of a stretch, you can take your left leg up, right leg up, and then if you want even more, behind the calf, stretch here. And then bringing your feet back down to the floor. So we're going to take our side stretch here, so you can do it with your feet as they are. You can cross the right leg over the left leg, breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, let's drop those legs over to the left hand side. Keeping the shoulders firmly on the mat. If you've got space, you can take your arms out into a T shape, and you can look over to the opposite elbow, opposite hand, or you can take your arms up into cactus, which will open the chest a little bit more. Holding it there, relaxing into that now. Let the core go, rest into that stretch. Breathing in, pulling in the core, and at the same time bringing legs to center. Keep the core tight, uncross the legs if you have them crossed. Get your spine so it's neutral, holding the core tight. Taking the left leg over the right if you want them crossed, breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, dropping the legs over to the right hand side. Get to your point of comfort and relax. Let the core go, let everything go. Closing the eyes down if you wish now. Breathing in, pull that core in now. And at the same time, bringing our legs to center, uncrossing them, keeping the core tight, breathing in, pull the core tighter, and as you breathe out, start to lift the legs up, using the core to do so, or behind the back of the thighs if you can't. Breathing in, breathing out, holding the core tight as you squeeze both legs together. And then if you want, you could do happy baby pose, but you're taking your feet so that they are facing the ceiling, holding around the back sides of the outside of the feet, and bringing the knees down to the elbows, just for a little stretch. You don't have to do this one if you don't want. And then taking yourself back down, getting yourself comfortable now, taking your feet mat width apart, knees locked in if you're with me, or you can take your legs long, ready for full Shavasana relaxation. Get yourself comfortable, whatever's good for you. Shoulders up, lifted and back down, and your neck. Taking your arms out, your palms facing upwards. Getting yourself fully comfortable. Closing the eyes down to focus on your body and your time, and being thankful for the practice that you've just done. Your breath should be nice and slow, and it's just rising and falling into your tummy. Relaxation breath. Let the feet relax, all 10 toes, the soles of the feet, the tops of your feet, and your ankles, your calves, your knees, and your thighs, the front of your legs, the back of the legs, both legs rested and relaxed. Relax your lower spine, the glutes, your pelvis, and your lower core, your lower torso rested, your mid-spine and your tummy, your mid-torso rested, your upper spine and your chest, the upper torso rested. All 10 fingers, backs of your hands, the palms of your hands, your wrists, your lower arms, your elbows, and your upper arms. Both arms rested. Rest the shoulders down, your neck, and your head. Release all your facial muscles, so maybe removing the tongue from the top of your mouth, parting your lips perhaps. Rest those cheekbones, your eyes, your eyelids, your eyebrows. Release the forehead, release the top of the head. Your whole body fully relaxed, rested and surrendered to the ground beneath you. Visualize your favorite color in your third eye. Take that color to your core center, and in a clockwise motion, allow that color to circle the core. Stretches bigger, goes around the pelvis and the chest, your torso, circling in a clockwise motion with your favorite color. Allow that to stretch to the top of the legs, into the neck, and then it stretches wider and it envelopes your arms, the lower legs, and then the feet, and then bring that colour around the top of the head. So your whole body circling in a clockwise motion with your favourite colour. Realigning all your chakras with that colour and that circle clockwise motion. And then come to stillness, back to the third eye with your favourite colour. Visualize that colour in your third eye and then let it go and rest down. Gentle breath into your stomach. Start to visualize the room around you. Bring yourself back to the here and now. Listening for any sounds close by, near or further away. And then start to take some movement into your body. Any movement that feels good for you to wake up. And then taking a big breath in through the nose, filling your body with air. And with a big release through the mouth, a big sigh. Let it go. Big breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. And then pushing yourself onto your favourite side. Left hand side if you've got low blood pressure. So if you push into your feet and push your hips away to the opposite side to which you wish to turn onto. And then roll yourself onto that side, making a pillow with your arm. And again, it's breathing in, filling our lungs with air. Breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth. Let all that stale air go. Then keeping the eyes closed, gently pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. So that might be with legs crossed. If you've got a very small space, you might be able to come with your legs out in front of you, rolling those shoulders back and down your neck. Release those shoulders out. And then bring the shoulders forward. And then taking the arms up, big breath in. And as you breathe out, you bring your hands down across your forehead. May you have kind thoughts. Across your mouth, may you speak kind words. Down to your heart, may you have loving thoughts. Give yourselves a bow. Blink your eyes open there. And thank yourself for the practice that your body has just done. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me.